Hello and welcome to my blizzard. My name is Roy. I am a home cook and amateur baker, and I am here on this channel typically sharing recipes that have helped me to lose over 125 pounds, whether those recipes are mine or someone else's. Today is a tag, which is why I'm not in the kitchen, why I did not welcome you to the kitchen, but instead, why did I welcome you to my blizzard? Well, I am hoping that there is a blizzard behind me right now because Sandy from Let's Get Fit with Sandy, who came up with these questions, said that she wanted me to do a tag in a blizzard. So I thought I would oblige her, and hopefully that's what you are seeing behind me. But if this works, I will be changing up my backgrounds. I may even change it up during this video. Depends on my mood, Anyway, so Sandy came up with the questions. This is the last week of her November questions. And I was tagged by Kim over at A Girl and Her Phone, although she is not doing the tag this week because her husband David's mother passed away. And so this week they're not doing a tag. But she did say she was still going to tag me to make sure that I got in on this. But regardless, I'm doing it whether anyone tags me or not. I don't care. I'm a rebel that way. All right, so these are Thanksgiving recap questions. And number one, what was your favorite dish this past Thanksgiving? I'd have to probably say the pecan pie. Even though it was store-bought, I just haven't had pecan pie in a while, and I love pecan pie, so I'm going to have to go with pecan pie. What was your least favorite Thanksgiving dish? I mean, I liked everything that we had, but I mean, I'll go by a ranking system. Which one could I do without? Probably the mashed potatoes, only because we have those whenever we want them. So it wasn't as special of a dish as the others. So I'll go with the mashed potatoes, even though everything was still good. I mean, I did cook most of it. Okay, Sandy, you were getting very risque. I can't believe you. Who was your favorite dessert on Thanksgiving? Well, Sandy, I don't know what kind of tag you think this is, but I'm going to have to say Paul, because he's my only dessert. But I'm going to assume that you meant what? What was your favorite dessert for Thanksgiving? And I've already said it, we only had one, which was the pecan pie. We weren't going to overload ourselves. It was just Paul and me, so it was nothing big. We weren't going to have a ton of desserts. But my favorite dessert would be the pecan pie, followed by Paul, I guess. Who was the funniest person at your Thanksgiving table? Now, I just said that it was just me and Paul. So I, of course, was the funniest person at the Thanksgiving table. Paul may not think so. That's his prerogative. What did you love the most about this Thanksgiving? I loved that it was no stress because it was just me and Paul. We cooked when we wanted. We made what we wanted. We didn't have to worry about a set time for everyone to be here and the pressure. None of that. So that was my favorite thing. It was just us, nobody else. Do as we please, when we please. That was the best. Number 6, did you dress up for Thanksgiving or was it a casual affair? It was so casual, I was still in my PJs. PJs all day long. I mean, they're not actual PJs. My version of PJs is shorts and a t-shirt. Like I said, it was just me and Paul, so it was as casual as you can get. You know, I didn't even wet my hair. I still had bedhead at Thanksgiving dinner. That's how casual we were. Just saying. Number 7, did you decorate the Thanksgiving table? Candles, pumpkins, flowers? Nope. As I said, it was stress-free. We didn't decorate anything. We just cooked. Didn't have any decorations whatsoever. Now, when we used to do those big family gatherings I had mentioned before with like 50 people, I'll try to insert a few pictures here. And hopefully you saw that we got pretty elaborate with the decorating. Of course, that was for Christmas. I may have even thrown in some of the Easter pictures because we did do an Easter dinner one year. And we decorated like crazy. I was always looking for things to decorate. Now, with my physical issues, with age, with it just being me and Paul, no decorating. No, thank you. Number 8, do you still have leftovers? Oh, we do have some of the sweet potato, caramelized onion, and apple bisque that we made. It was a recipe Paul had found on YouTube from Chef Jean-Pierre. So we do still have some of that, but we don't have anything else left. And we'll be having that for lunch. 9, what do you think has changed the most since the very first Thanksgiving? Well, just the fact that I can project a snowstorm behind me, I think, is a pretty big change. But I'm assuming you mean as far as the Thanksgiving festivities itself. Probably like the meals. I believe we've created something that is now synonymous with Thanksgiving, but from what I understand, the first Thanksgiving was not the same types of dishes necessarily. So I'm gonna say, I guess the meal itself has transformed into something more elaborate, more set in the culture. And number 10, the final question. This year, what are you most thankful for? I would have to say I am most thankful for Paul, for the life that we've built together. It's been almost 22 years now, and I can't imagine what my life would have been like, what path I would have taken if I hadn't met him. I know I wouldn't have become a teacher, very unlikely. I became a teacher because I started working in the local high school as an aide and loved it so much that I decided I needed to go for my license. So that probably wouldn't have happened. YouTube probably wouldn't have happened. There are a lot of things that wouldn't have happened if I hadn't met Paul. And I know my life is so much the better for having met him. So I'm going to say I am most thankful for Paul. And that wraps up our Thanksgiving recap. So thank you to Sandy for doing this month's tags. I mean, she came up with 5 weeks worth of tag questions. And aside from sending me the wrong one and making me look like a fool by answering questions that weren't answered by everyone else, except for Jenn and Steve, who I messed up because I transferred the questions to them. But anyway, thank you, Sandy, for coming up with all of these questions. Next week, the questions are going to be mine because it is my birthday on the 5th. So I decided I'm going to treat myself to a bunch of tag questions, and they are all birthday related. And thank you to Kim from A Girl and Her Phone for tagging me, even if it was not during a tag. And my condolences to you and David for the loss of his mother. And I am going to tag, of course, Jenn and Steve, Mr. and Mrs. Chaos, over at Embracing Chaos with Jenn. Tag, you guys are it. And Steve, keep it civil. I don't want any mudslinging in my direction. I know it's likely to happen, but I don't appreciate it. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this tag, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Even if you just give me a thumbs up for the snowstorm, which may or may not still be behind me. If I didn't get it to work, all you saw was a green screen. But hopefully I got it to work. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet and you are looking for recipes to help you on a weight loss journey. And share those videos if you know anyone who's on a weight loss journey who may benefit from having those meals, desserts, etc. at their fingertips. Hit the notification bell for the next time I upload any sort of video, and comment down below what your responses to some of these questions were. I will leave them down in the description box for you to see, or just comment on what you think of my snowstorm, if it worked. You can also follow me over on social media. Here's my Instagram handle. And there are 2 Facebook groups that I am part of. One is mine, Recipes with Roy. The other one is Finding Our Way, WEIGH. And that one I co-admin with Jennifer Lynn from the Jennifer Lynn channel, as well as Bree Coleman from Balancing Life with Bree. So join us over there. A lot of great people over there. Tips, tricks, recipes, and support. Plenty of support. So that wraps up the November tags. Look forward to mine next week. And until then, bye.